Hi friends, today we discuss models, not model, models. These are set of some helping verbs to be used on a particular purpose. For example, should, can, could, may, might, must. These are models. Earlier when we were discussing the future tense, I told you there are two helping verbs, shall, will, and shall is to be used only for I and we, will is for all the others. But on some particular situation, when we are sure of doing, when we are about to do a promise and there won't be any deviation from that, we have to use will for I. But we don't know the mind reading of the other person, so that is why I told you shall can't be used for the others. Will is used for I and we, whereas shall cannot be used for the others. This was the only thing we discussed. Whereas should, can, could, may, might, must, these have a particular purpose of usage. Should is used, let us discuss should first. Should is used for advising. If we want to tell someone do, it's good, you have to do, otherwise you would be put to trouble. Then we have to make use of should. You should get up early. It's an advice. You should go to school regularly. It's an advice. You should work hard. You should not waste time. Negative advice, not to do. So should is for advice. Whenever we want to say something advising the other person, we have to say you should work hard. You should do the works neatly. You should not be lazy. You should be very active. These are all pieces of advice. The other use of should is reminding duty. Reminding duty of a person. Reminding duty of a person. What is the duty of a police? He should protect. He should give protection. What is the duty of a doctor? A doctor should treat patients properly. What is the duty of a teacher? He should teach clearly. So, to remind the duty of a particular person, we can use should. So, should is used on two occasions. One is for advising. There is a slight difference between advice and advise. Both are not same. Advice is noun and advise is verb. So I used here as advising. Okay. Now you have a clear idea. When do we use should? To tell the other person that it is to be done. It's advisable. You have to do. Otherwise you would be put to trouble. Otherwise, reminding the duty. You should complete your works in time. It's a duty, reminding the duty. You should not watch TV continuously. It's you should not watch TV continuously. It's an advice. So for advising and reminding, we use should. Then let's go to may. May. Its past form is might. May, might. May also can be used in two ways. One is probability. What is probability? Sometimes if it is doubtful, when we are not sure of it, the sky is cloudy, can we say that it should rain? It definitely is going to rain? We cannot say. There is a probability of it. So we can say it may rain. It may rain. Here I want to tell you, rain is falling, won't be, rain falls, rain is falling, it won't be. It's not the proper usage. It rains, we have to say. It is raining. It is raining. Rain is falling, won't be, it won't fall. Then it's a probability. A boy is there, did not write the exam properly. He may fail, he may pass. Doubtful. So when there is a probability of doing, not certain, then we use may. And the other thing is permission from elders. Permission from elders. When we want to take permission from elder people, people whom we respect, then we have to use may. May I come? May I help? I happen to observe so many people are using, as they like to, sometimes I happen to see people using the can also. Of course, you come to know what is the difference in the usage of may and can. May is used only for the elder people. A small boy is there, or my son or daughter or someone, and if at all I say, may I help you, she or he feels that I am troubling in a different way. It means which is not supposed to be used for the youngers. May is used only for taking permission from elders. Small children are there, if at all I use may, they feel bad. Saying in a negative, it makes the people feel bad about. So, may is used on two occasions when we are thinking of something happening and it is not sure, it is doubtful, then we say may. Or for taking permission, this is very important. On many occasions, may I come in, may I take your book, may I help you, may I sit beside you. In this way we can, may I take this. In this way we can make use of may for taking permission from the, particularly I am telling, elder people. Now let's discuss can. Can and could. Can or can, whatever it is. This is also used in two ways. One is ability of a person. I speak English, I can speak English, there is slight difference. I speak, it is usual. I can speak, I have the ability of doing. I can't run. That tells that I am not with that ability. She can work hard. She has the ability of doing hard work. She works hard is different. She can work hard is different. She may work hard is also different. What is the difference? May is used when it is doubtful. She may work hard means may she works or not, we don't know. She can work hard means She has the ability. I am telling you about the ability. For telling the ability of a person, we can make use of can. The second one is for permissions. From younger people. Or friends. It's not very polite. We are not supposed to be very polite and obedient with youngers as well as friends. So automatically it makes a lot of difference. If I say to my officer or my elder, can I come in? It's very bad. That's what I am telling you. Yes, before we discussed, may is used for taking permission from elders, whereas can is used for taking permission from equal people or youngers or friends who are not to be respected. Then, can I help you? What is the difference between may I help you, can I help you? No difference at all. But there is a difference of the person who is in front of us. If the person is a close one, I have to say, can I help you? Friends only, if at all I say, may I help you, the friend definitely feels very bad. If at all we go to an officer and say, can I come in? He won't allow it all because he gets anger. He'll be angry. What nonsense you are talking? I am not your friend or younger. He feels and he doesn't give permission. So a simple word makes a lot of difference. I happen to observe so many people getting confused. When my students want to ask me, they used to, can I help you? Can I come in? Can I use this? So that is used particularly for the people who are very close, whereas may is used for the people who are to be respected. This is the difference we have to keep in our mind when we seek permission from the others. Then must. Must is obligatory. Obligatory means compulsorily whatever the things to happen. Boys, they are not reading at all and exams are very close. Then we have to say, you must work hard, otherwise you fail. You must listen to me, otherwise you will be difficulty. So this is for obligatory. You must complete. An officer can say, you must complete. Otherwise, you would be troubled. So when we think of a thing, a work which is compulsorily to be done, then we have to use must. I happen to listen to the people using must and should, won't we? They both never be used at a time. We should use should to advise. We should use must for obligatory when it is compulsory. We can't mix up both. It is must and should. Must won't be, should won't be. Both won't be together at all. These are the models I wanted to explain. We discuss some other topics in our next class. Have a nice day. Thank you.